Breath of the Wild is obviously one of the most amazing games to play and look at. So last time I made a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild top 7 locations in the game, and this time we're doing things a little bit different here. For one, we're not doing an honorable mention list because we're going to make this a series that continues to go on. You guys loved the last video, so we're going to continue this going forward. This time we're looking at these 7 places that are kind of monumental to the game itself. They mean more than you think, but they're also places that you may have skipped over when playing through the actual game. So without further ado, let's get right on to it. Number 7, we have STOLOCK Bridge, and this is located right by the Goron City, and here you have a whole bunch of cool little minecarts that you can ride. And what makes this place so cool is just simply these minecarts. These minecarts go underneath caves, in between lava spires, and right through lava waterfalls, and it makes it feel really surreal and like you're actually in this volcano area, and it actually makes you kind of feel hot. The bridge itself is also pretty cool as it goes right over all of the lava inside of the volcano. There's even a minecart track that takes you right to a shrine, so look carefully for it and you'll be able to find it. Next up we have the COLISEUM ruins, and right after you get off the Great Plateau you will find this place over to the left a little bit. This place is absolutely massive. It takes up a big portion of the map, and it's kind of surprising that a shrine doesn't rest here. Going inside this place you'll find it absolutely littered with powerful enemies, but not just powerful enemies but powerful weapons. Each enemy will have some type of elemental weapon, whether it be ice, fire, or electricity. And these weapons are very useful in the game, so if you want to farm really good weapons, come to the Colosseum. Also standing on the very bottom floor is a white-tailed Lino, one of the toughest Linos to beat in the game. Obviously not the gold one, but just as tough. And if you want to defeat him, you better level up and rank up and get the right gear, because he can be a tough guy. Coming in at number 5, we have Makar Island, and Makar Island might seem like a very insignificant island and part of this game. It is a very small island that is the west of Great Hyrule Forest, and pretty much what this island represents is something in another Zelda game that you may have not thought of before. Many people have theorized that the word Makar Island actually comes from The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker as one of the 2 spirit sages, Makar. Makar is a small Korok boy that helps Link throughout the Wind Temple. After he helps Link, he vanishes, and many people think that this is where he goes. The small island really doesn't have much but just one lonely dead tree, and it just sits there on the small island, and many people think that it represents this Deku kid, that when he got older he grew into this big tree and eventually died and stayed here on this island, and the island was named after him. Another cool part that helps prove this theory is that when you climb up the tree and stand at the top, the wind starts blowing super strong, as if you're playing with the baton in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Absolutely fantastic. Now later on through the game, you may think you have come across every town and every village in the game, even Lure Land Village, but you may have missed one that actually isn't there when you start. Pretty much this is a town that you have to build up from your hands only, you and one other person. When building your house in Hateno Village, you'll have the help from Bolston and his 2 construction workers, one of them being named Hudson. After you're done building the house, Hudson then moves on and creates his own town, or tries to create his own town. In order to get this town built, he needs certain special people to help him get it up and running, and he will send you across the map to find these people, whether it be a Goron, a Zora, or even a Hylian. Seeing the city build one by one is amazing to see it grow and thrive. As people come in and buildings start being built, it really makes it feel like a growing and upcoming town. You can even help Hudson get married to a Gerudo woman of his dreams. Our number 3 location has very big significance, and it is one of the most precious ones to me personally. So pretty much if you've ever played Ocarina of Time, you come across a ranch called Romania's Ranch. And there you get to find Epona, Link's best horse and the signature horse of the series. This ranch signified everything for Link. It's the meeting place of his spiritual horse, and it's just everything that makes Zelda Zelda for that ranch. And to tell you the ranch is actually in Breath of the Wild is more than just exciting. It's amazing. The ranch ruins is more than what it looks, because it looks as just like a small little place on a map that's very insignificant. But if you go there and if you remember the ranch in Ocarina of Time, please pay close attention. It is the same exact ranch. Even though it's broken down and in ruins, it is the same place. It has the same entrance with the stables, it has the same track, it has the same jumps for the horses, even part of the pillar tower in the back still remains. So it is so amazing to see all of these pieces carried on from Nintendo. Coming in at number 2, we have the Akala Citadel Ruins, and this place means so much to the game, and I cannot believe they don't talk more about it. Yes, there is a shrine tower, I know this. I know lots of you guys are going to point it out, but I think this place goes more deep into what it actually is than just a shrine tower. I know lots of you guys probably may not know what this place just quite is. These Citadel Ruins served as the military base for Hyrule. This is where all the weapons and all the soldiers were stored and put in place, I guess, to watch over Hyrule from another point besides the castle. And this is actually the last place where the warriors of Hyrule stood as Ganon and his enemies and his monsters and all of the guardians took place and started attacking. This is the place where Hyrule was forced back to at the very end, and this is where Hyrule took their last stand against Calamity Ganon before they were all defeated and wiped out, and Link was sent to the Resurrection Chamber. Going through this area, you can see it was a well-built town, almost like a small castle town outside of the Hyrule Castle itself. There's a marketplace, there's a parade grounds area, so you could tell this was a big deal. This was a big area where people once lived and thrived and watched over these military campgrounds, and it's just sad that all this is in ruin now. And if you even look at the front of the castle, you can tell that it's all covered with sand and destruction and dead guardians as it looks like they were climbing up the castle midway before they were all shut down and it all ended. Now the castle was nothing but ruins, with cannons that are completely out of fuse and guardian skywatchers as they fly overhead, and it's just kind of sad to see this place in some ruins and going back and kind of like acting like you remember all of this as Link. It's breathtaking, and it's just amazing that this is actually in the game as a very historical point. And coming in at our number 1 spot, we have none other than SATORI Mountain. SATORI Mountain is something of pure magnificence from Nintendo. Nothing in gaming, I think, can compare to something how incredible the team at Nintendo is, and what they did for somebody very special. Along your journey, you'll come across a shrine on top of a mountain, which is SATORI Mountain. And after you get out of the shrine, you may explore at the top of the mountain and find something absolutely beautiful. A giant blossom tree just sitting here in a beautiful lake on the top of this mountain on the overwatch of this whole Hyrule. It's just peaceful and calm here, and you may just not think of it exactly, but it means so much more. On July 11th, 2015, during the production of Breath of the Wild, we lost the president and our friend of Nintendo, Satoru Iwata. He put existential thought and care in each and every one of the games that he developed, so Nintendo decided to do the same just for him. Now, Nintendo could have just stopped at this beautiful mountain with the trees and the leaves and everything like that, but no. They take it even further, a huge step further. During random times throughout the game, you'll see a green hue of light on the top of this mountain. And when you go up and explore, you'll see these little glow rabbits all over the place, and it's kind of creepy. You'll get to the very top of this mountain once again, and you'll see all of these rabbits around the spring right beside the tree. And in the middle of all these rabbits is some weird, creepy standing horse. This horse is known as the legendary creature in the game, the Lord of the Mountain. All the villagers talk about this creature and talk about how he's one of the most rare things and he comes every blue moon. And this symbolizes Mr. Iwata. It makes it feel like he's in the game and he's helping us explore this world that he helped create, and he's reminding us once again what it's like to be a kid and what it's like to have fun and explore. And there's just so much feeling and emotion in this one spot of the map. It can't possibly be overtopped by anything else.